Hi there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with Integrative Movement Institute. I have a quick story for you and an important call to action. When I was about 12 years old, I used to mow lawns. And I would, back in the old days, the old push lawn mower, and I would push my lawnmower down the street and then mow all these lawns. Now it would take me like 3 hours to mow a lawn, and I would get paid like $10. But for me, 12 years old, back in the day, $10 was a lot of money. So most of these women were, these places where I mowed lawns in upstate New York, they were widowers. There were women who lost their husbands living alone. So I remember going over to collect my money from this woman one day. And I couldn't find her. Knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, and she's home all day. She doesn't leave the house. So I couldn't hear her, and I knew she had told me to come over at this specific time to collect the money. Couldn't find her. Walk around to the backside of her house, like maybe she's outside doing something, and I see her on all fours. And I'm like, what's she doing down there on all fours? So I walk over to her, and I'm like, hey, Mrs., I forget her name, Mrs. Jones, let's say. And I'm like, hey, Mrs. Jones, how's it going? She's like, can you help me up? And I'm like, oh, I guess she fell. Well, here I am, 12 years old. I was literally almost the same height as I am now, but I weighed about 100 pounds, right? So she was a big woman, like about 300 pounds. And so like my little scrawny 100 pounds, including my ass, I get underneath her arm and I'm trying to lift her up, and it took all my energy that I possibly could muster to get this woman off the floor or off the ground. And I remember this as clear as day, that she said to me, she's like, please don't tell my children that I fell or they will put me in a home. And that is such a reality for so many of our older folks, right? And why I'm sharing this story with you now is my wife calls me on Tuesday and she's like, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is both my parents fell in separate incidences this past week. Both of them fell on the ground, and neither one of them could get up on their own. My brother, who's a big dude, literally had to lift both of them off the floor. And they're in about their mid-70s at this time. And it made me think and remember that story, remember that story. And my buddy Robert Linkle and I, we're super passionate, as well as my friend Jackie, whose gym I'm standing in right now. We're passionate about training the older adult and helping older adults develop strategies to remain independent if they can. And one of the things that will stop your older clients from being independent is falling and or injuring themselves during a fall. My mother fell many years ago. She never walked again. She fell and broke her hip, never walked again after that fall. Now, she lasted about 10 years after that, but that's not the norm. Usually, 1 in 3 people will die over the age of 65, will die from a complication related to the fall and the lack of activity. My best friend's father fell down the stairs, hit his head, went into a coma, and died. Falls are serious, and I know this is kind of a serious topic right now, but the reason I'm sharing this is because we have so many older folks now, so many folks in our general population as well, younger people, that haven't left their homes in over a year now. We don't know when this is going to end. Now people are getting out a little bit, but there's still people that are afraid to leave their house and or not leaving their houses. And it's not a debate about whether you should leave your house or not. The debate is not a debate, is that we have to empower our older population to be more active, to get involved in resistance training, to be proactive about their strategies. Because going out that way is not the way the majority of our older folks want to go out. And one of the things, I had Dr. Dan Ritchie of the Functional Aging Institute, we had him on a webinar here. Hopefully you guys caught that. If not, I'll have Mary put the link next to this video or below this video when you're watching it, after you're done watching it, is your clients don't come to you for exercise. And you and I, we love exercise. We love doing exercise. That's what we do. We wake up like, hey, we're going to exercise today, or today's an off day from exercise, and we're like, that's a bummer. I like to work out, but we know we need to rest. But one of the things I want to stress to you is our clients don't love exercise the way you and I love exercise. And they also don't love being stuck in a home because they can't live independently on their own, or they can't dress themselves, or they can't get up to go to the bathroom quickly enough. They can't go on the vacation or the trips or just walk around with their grandchildren, or just walk around their neighborhood without having pain. They can't do enough physical activity to get cardiovascular health because of joint issue, muscle weakness, and other musculoskeletal or orthopedic type issues. And that's not okay, because that is crushing our healthcare system, when the healthcare system should be focused on dealing with real diseases. I'm not saying these aren't real diseases, but diseases that actually need medical intervention. These aren't diseases. Osteoarthritis, balance issues, weakness because of sarcopenia, because people haven't been moving. Those are issues that you and I, as health and fitness professionals, we're in the best position to address. Not medical doctors, not chiropractors, not physical therapists. Yes, they're part of the team, but they're not in the best position to deal with those issues. That is on you, that is on me. And quite frankly, we're failing. We're failing as an industry to get that word out, to inspire people to be active, to educate them appropriately, and to empower them to take their own health into their own hands. So this is really a call to action for you and for me as well. I'm saying this to myself as well, because obviously I haven't done enough. Like I can't empower my in-laws enough, right? You know, my buddy Robert, his father isn't doing so well. And again, he's upset because he hasn't done enough for his parents. But I'm not saying to do that for your own family, because you're never an expert in your own family, right? They may respect you, they may see you as an expert, but you're not the best person to work with them. But you can be the best person for someone else's parents that need to hear this message, that the message resonates with you, or with them, I should say, and they connect with you, so that way you can help somebody else's parents remain independent, live a long life, and live a full life. More importantly, live that full life that they should, that we all should. And on my Instagram page today, our Instagram page, IIHFE, I just posted a video of one of Jackie's clients. Now, Jackie's client, Bonnie, is an outlier. She's an outlier in the sense, like, I had her get off the floor 3 times in a row. I said, hey, Bonnie, can you get off the floor if you lay down? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, lay down for me. She lay down on her right side. I'm like, get up. And, you know, within 5 seconds, she was up. I'm like, can you do that again? She's like, probably. She gets down on her left side, gets up. She's like, it wasn't as good as my right side. I'm like, no, but you still got up. And then I'm like, how about if you go on all fours? She got on all fours, got up. And it was really cool. And that was after her workout. So she was done, and she was a little fatigued after that. I'm like, all right, go home and rest now, because, you know, this was like a bonus little workout. But the point is, Bonnie should not be the exception. She is the exception, because a lot of our mid-70s individuals can't get off the floor if they fall down. Because most of us are going to fall, trip, get down on the floor, and need to get up. So we have to empower our clients to start to learn how to have the strength to be able to get off the floor, to have the strategy to get off the floor, and more importantly, to be inspired to take action for their health. And you're not going to be able to reach everyone. Not everybody wants to hear your message. Not everybody will follow through. However, we need to put the message out there so that they actually at least have the information and understand there's people just like them, people in their age bracket, people that have come in with lots of health issues that are also inspired and empowered and motivated to get up and be healthy and active. And I hear story after story after story of clients, and I know you have clients. Share those client stories of success, of working with you. That's the best marketing you can ever do, is testimonials from your clients that know you, that love you, and have had results working with you. So share those stories with your population. Have them share those stories also with their family and networks. So that way you spread the word, so we can get the word out that we are the solution. You and I are the solution for sarcopenia, for falls, many falls. Not every fall we're best in the world at. You know, somebody has a vestibular issue or vision issue. Maybe we're not best in the world for them yet, but we can still develop the muscular control, the breathing, which will help your balance as well. We can help them learn how to pick their foot up faster and put it down. We can teach them how to get better strength and stability through their hips, through their lower extremities. My client Joel, I've told you about him, 85 years of age, could barely do, when we started in COVID lockdown, he could barely do. And I look back, I'm like, what was I doing with this guy? He could barely do 10 sit-to-stands out of a chair. Now, easily in our workout, we do 30 to 50 sit-to-stands and different variations of get out of a chair, step, hold. Get out of a chair, step laterally, hold. And no problem at all. Yeah, he gets fatigued from it, but no problem at all doing it. And that's only because we went into the virtual world where now I wasn't talking to him as much. We weren't goofing around as much doing our workouts. So it was just all 60 minutes of work versus 45 minutes of talking and maybe 15 minutes of work. So COVID actually, helped Joel, get to a different level at 85 years of age. So it can be done at any age. What I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being on. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all you do for your clients, for the community, and our industry. Put some of your client stories in there. Let me hear from you guys the stories of success that you've had with your clients. Because I know you have clients just like my client Joel, just like Jackie's client Bonnie, just like many of our clients that have had success with strength training, with exercise, with resistance training, with balance and power training. And if you're looking for more resources, join us. Robert and I, my good buddy Robert Linkle and I, we're committed to making this your best year ever as a health and fitness professional by giving you the tools and the strategies, not gimmicky exercises, not things that you can find on the internet just by doing a Google search, not that you're gonna find down in your local club, your box gym, but real strategies that we use every single day in our clinics, in our facilities to train the older adult population. So we're gonna do a 4-hour pre-con for this year's Functional Aging Summit, and that is on June, I believe, 10th. We are also, both of us will be presenting independent sessions along with my wife and business partner, Janice Maddox. She'll be doing a whole session on breathing and how breathing is important for so many things, including breathing. And now she's got her father committed to doing breathing exercises, and then we'll start to work him into, because he's got COPD and a couple other issues, but we're gonna work him into doing some sit-to-stands. And ultimately working him towards getting down on the floor and getting back up off the floor. Because I think he's super motivated at this moment now, and his wife is, my wife, his daughter, is actually super motivating as well. And his wife is super motivating as well, because she basically said, if you fall again, we're gonna put you in a home. I don't know if she said that, but maybe something like that. She probably said something like that. So he's super motivated now as well. So let me know about your clients. Put them in the chat box below. Again, keep doing what you're doing. If you'd like to learn more information about power training, resistance training, and how to incorporate a program that helps you be successful. From assessments, we'll share with you some of the best assessments to do with your older clients, whether you're training them virtually or in person. The best corrective exercise strategies to set them up for success. We're gonna show you what we do with our clients to set our clients up for success so that they can do higher level resistance training, so that they can do power training, so that they can do the exercises that will help them walk better, feel better, move better, and ultimately prevent a lot of the age-related issues that impact their joints and their musculoskeletal system. So this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Integrative Movement Institute. I hope this inspired you to get out there and be that change for your clients. Be that leader. Lead your communities. Inspire your communities. Educate them with testimonials. Don't throw facts and stats and figures at them. Inspire them with success stories from your clients, from their peers, people their own age that have also been successful using your strategy, and just watch how your community changes and how people respond to you and your information, and how people start to recognize you from all the rest of the nonsense that has become our industry, largely has become our industry. So we look forward to seeing you soon. Make it a great day, and we'll talk to you next time at the Integrative Movement Institute. Take care.